Hello, boys and girls. It's almost Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day.
Miss Rosita,
What, Miss D?
you got a package.
I got a package. Look. Oh, wow. I feel so special. Thanks, Miss D.
No problem.
It says, roses are red, violets are blue. Blue is my name, and I have missed you. XOXO Blue. It's a package from Blue. Oh, that's so nice. I haven't seen him in so long. I've missed him. What do you guys think it is? Do you think it's a pony? Or a kitten? What do you think it is, Miss D?
I think it's a puppy.
You think it's a puppy? Oh, I can't wait to see what it is. Yeah. I got tape on my scissors. Can't get the scissors off my hand. I'm having issues. Okay. Okay. All right. What is it? I can't wait. All right. And it is. Ah! Okay. Whoa! It's Blue. Blue is back, Misty. Blue is back. Oh, I've missed you, buddy. Oh, look at you. Oh, he has a little heart, and it says, "I wuff you." Oh, that's so cute. Oh, I missed you. Don't ever leave me again. Okay. All right, boys and girls, let's do some fun Valentine's-themed style stuff today. Yay! Before we get into our project, let's practice how to draw a heart. My hearts that I draw a lot of times look like they've been hit by some sort of bus. So I am not amazing at drawing hearts, but I will try my best. I found a pretty easy squeezy way to draw a heart, and so I'm going to show you. So let's take a look at how to draw a heart. You need a piece of paper and something to draw with, and let's practice. Okay, I have my practice paper, I have something to draw with, and we're going to practice our heart. So first, I draw a shape that looks kind of like the McDonald's M, or it looks like the letter 3 is laying down for a nap, okay? So I draw this shape, and then I add a letter V to the bottom. The letter V connects to my McDonald's M or my asleep letter 3. And here it is, an easy squeezy way to draw a heart. So I'm going to go over my lines, make them nice and thick, but other than that, pretty simple. Easy heart. So, practice drawing some hearts before we get to our final project. Maybe you can fill your entire practice paper with a bunch of hearts. So, let's make some hearts. For this project, you will need one piece of paper, a pencil, some crayons, and I didn't list it, but some patience. So you guys, we're going to end up drawing some candy hearts, and make sure you are practicing how to draw a heart, and make sure it's a big heart that is spread out, not too close. I don't want your arch too close together, so make sure you've practiced that several times before you start. Now when I start mine, I am starting to draw with crayon. Crayon, if you push hard enough, can be permanent. So I recommend that if you're nervous about doing this, you start with pencil. So get your stuff together and let's start. My paper is the wide way. I'm going to start by drawing with my crayon, and I'm going to kind of go to the corner and draw a decent sized McDonald's M or a asleep letter 3. Alright, it turns out I did not like how I originally drew my first candy heart. I thought it was a bit on the complicated side for you guys to follow. So I jumped on over to my Google Drawing to show you these steps in a lot more of a clear way. So I have my heart all drawn and ready. And yes, I did this part on the computer, but again, it's just to show you a more clear path. So I have my heart, and what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to be adding new lines, and the lines I'm adding are in the color red to show you that they're new. Don't use red to add new lines, just recognize those as the new lines. First new line, here we go. The bottom part of my heart, I have a straight line going in a diagonal direction. I added it on in, and then I am going to go to the very top part, my first McDonald's M part, and I'm going to add a new line. Here it is. So I've added two straight lines going towards the same direction. So with those two new lines, I am going to end up connecting them with a curved line. The heart curves, so the bottom line should be curved as well. Here it is. Curved line. So this now looks like I have a three-dimensional heart that looks kind of like the candy heart shape. So I have one more line to add at the top. At the second arch, I'm adding a curved line that goes all the way to the first arch. It runs into it, then I can't see it anymore. And with those new lines added to my heart, I have a three-dimensional heart. So let's jump back over to my drawing. Alright, so I've got that all set up, okay? Now I'm going to take my crayon. I chose to go with like a pinkish color. And on this very bottom section, the new section we added, I am going to color it in, level 3 coloring, nice and neat. But I'm going to push hard. So I want my coloring to be dark. The reason why I want it to be dark is because I want it to look like it has a shadow. So this might take me a little bit to color it in all nice and neat. So I'm going to speed this part of my video up because you get the idea. Here we go. Okay, now that I sped that part up, I'm going to write my message inside my heart before I continue. I think I'm going to keep it simple and write XOXO, which means hugs and kisses, inside my heart. So I'm going to write a big XO, taking up the space of my heart. Now, if you don't want to write that, you want to write something different, you can look up some sort of candy heart saying to add to it, but there you go. Now I'm going to color the front of my heart. And I do not want to color as dark, which means I'm not pushing down on my crayon very much. I'm actually going pretty light. So I'm going to fill that whole front part of my heart, not putting very much pressure down. Alright, so again, I'm going to speed up while you're watching me color. Here we go. Okay, so now this new little part, I added a little bit of darker crayon color to it. That's the upper part, that little teeny tiny little baby space that we had. And look at that, my candy heart, yeehaw. Now remember, every time I speed up, that doesn't mean you have to go as fast as I do. That means you can pause the video and wait to catch up. Now I grab black, and I'm going to add a little bit of shading into the bottom part of my heart. I'm going to add a little bit of a shadow because three-dimensional objects cast shadows. So you see that I'm kind of sketching that shadow a little bit first. There's the outline of my shadow. And I'm going to fill it in nice and neat. Filling in my shadow. That's my shadow song. Sing it all day long. Okay, so I'm filling my shadow in. And sometimes when I'm using crayon, I like to stack different tones. So I'm going to be pulling out a purple because purple goes well with the color that I am working with to make some areas look darker. And I am going to end up getting a white to overlap the front part of my candy heart. Alright, so I'm getting a purple, and inside my candy heart I'm going to get some shadows going. So I like to stack crayons. Going along the edge, the darker area, and you can see it when I pull my hand away that I've given it a nice neat shadow. Okay. Oh yeah. Candy heart. Get all the yuckies off my paper. And I'm going to go over my lettering with my darker tone as well. So if you're not using the same color that I am, which you don't need to be by the way, then I would just pick out a color that is darker. So like my next color, I'm going to pick out a lighter blue. I pick out my darker blue color to help it out. Now I'm going to take white and I'm going to color over my light area to just make it look a bit more smooth. This is not really a step you need to do, but I do not like seeing light coloring when it's not consistently covering the paper. It bothers me. So that's why I'm adding white to the very top part, the lightest part. So I'm going to speed this part up, and then we will continue with our candy hearts. Speeding up, here we go. Okay, now I'm going to grab a new color, and next to my other heart, I'm going to make a letter 3, or the McDonald's M coming away from my other heart. I'm going to pull it down, and it's going to come back up. Okay, so it's kind of like these candy hearts are stacked. And just like before, I'm going to go to the other side, and I'm going to draw a line that comes down, and mine curves and connects to the top part. Now my shape's a little weird, so you're going to see me fixing it. But you can rewind the video and go back to how to make it look three-dimensional. The only tricky part is it's flipped to the other side. And then I'm going to color this area dark as well. So now I'm re-following all the same steps I've done before. So I'm putting a lot of pressure on my crayon to make it a darker tone. Getting rid of my crayon flakes. And then I'm going to think of a new message to put on my candy heart. Color the front part a lot lighter. Maybe add some new tones to make it look three-dimensional. You know, all that stuff. So this part I'm going to fast forward yet again for you because it's the same process as before. You are always welcome to rewind and rewatch when you need to. So I know sometimes I go too fast. Well, don't worry, you can rewind it, no problems. Okay, so I'm going to fast forward and let's take a look at what it's going to look like at the end. And ta-da! XOXO hugs, candy hearts, yay! So we have taken our candy hearts and we've made them look three-dimensional by adding a lot of stuff and a lot of different colors. And there you go. So make sure you take a picture of your work and you share that with me. And I can't wait to see what you make.